it is after show time. So grab your partner, lather up in oil, slip yourself out of what you're wearing, and play a game of Twister with us.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah. Smoke them if you got them. I don't know. Whatever you're into, right? You know, whatever tickles your fancy. You know.
Yes. Just don't go on camera.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good thing. Yeah. So everybody's alive and well. These, we got some survivors here. That's good.
We're still going. We're still going. Yeah. The doomsday clock managed to stay at the same time this year.
Yeah.
There was that whole big announcement thing that was coming up. It said, "Oh yeah, the doomsday clock is going to be a big announcement." And they go, "Yeah, it's just the same as last year."
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody wants you to get a DEFCON 3 and just no panic. No. It's bad, but it's just the same as last year. So don't worry.
Yeah. Maybe maybe just tiny bit either side, a margin of error, right?
We're still a little bit doomsday-y. Still, just a little. I wanted to start off with a chat on electric vehicles and such, because there's a dude named there's a cat named Harry's Garage. He's British, right? So it's a garage. He is a Harry Metcalf, and he is the former owner and editor of Evo magazine, which was a kick-ass auto magazine in its day, right? And now he's a farmer with a huge barn full of supercars and stuff. He's a really cool dude. Big on YouTube. And he did a series recently. Well, he did two. One is sort of ongoing, and it's on biofuels, which I'm finding very interesting. Expensive now, but a very good-looking prospect when done correctly, not just adding ethanol and ruining your everything in your car if you dare park it for 90 days. Modern fuel's terrible. But he did a second thing on electric cars, specifically something I've not seen anybody else talk about, and it's how much electricity is lost between coming out of your home through the charger in your home and then into the car to charge the batteries. And what you mean, just energy loss, just general energy loss?
Yeah, exactly. And so he did a little thing on this. And it turns out it was a good 10% loss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then when you factor things in like, what's your deal with your electricity provider, time of day usage, so on and whatnot, and costs and stuff, 10% started to add up to actually mean something if you're actually using this vehicle. And it was a really interesting take. I mean, he's not an electric vehicle. He's not an electric vehicle hater, though. Hold on. Let me, he's no one that's hating on them. He's tried all kinds, and he's loved a bunch of them, right? And this is the kind of guy who can slip a car around a corner with the back end out with the grace and elegance of a racing driver and just go, yeah, good car. Talking to camera while he's doing it, right? Like the man can drive. And he's really dug a lot of electric cars, but he's shocked by this 10% that goes untalked about, because when you add that up over a year, that's some cabbage, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's it getting lost? Like in the transformers and stuff like that?
It's heat loss and whatnot through all the gear before it gets into your battery, right? And
interesting.
Yeah, so he started monitoring it, Interesting thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're paying for it at those electrical pumps.
Yeah,
it's like at what point are you paying? Are they charging you after the transformer transmission with all the heat loss?
No, exactly.
Or was it before? Yeah, who's covering that charge?
Right, it's the same with fuel. Gasoline is more dense when it's colder. Right. So it's always beneficial to fill your car up on like a cold evening or a cold morning or something, because you'll get a little bit more. Right.
I never thought of that. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's a little thing you can know. Ivon Way comes in with a cool super sticker. And
put your glasses on.
Yeah. I was just doing the whole
Weirdo. Is that what it says? Oh, that's cool.
I got my glasses on. I still can't bloody see it.
Yeah, it's a little fox going, weirdo. Ivon Way, queen of the super sticker. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, I mean, imagine if you spilt 10% of the gasoline you put in your car or diesel fuel or whatever, each time you filled up. Right?
Yeah, 10%'s a lot.
Damn right. When something is 10% off, we go, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just an interesting thought, right? So he's going to keep this up, but he's also doing a thing on biofuels, which is very interesting because the biofuel is excellent quality stuff. It's just monumental in cost, but with people like him doing these initial trial runs and stuff and so on, they're able to bring things to scale. And Formula One technology is Formula One is very much in the background helping some of the teams and whatnot. And you might think, oh, some auto racers. Ferrari 5 years ago in Formula One would spend $800 million a year to race two cars around 20 tracks. So there's a lot of money spent. It's huge. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm really interested in biofuels. Even if they don't become huge, it's a way of keeping the cool collectible and slick cars and whatnot on the road when petroleum is no longer an option.
Is it like a direct swap out, or do you need to change out the engine?
No. It's not even like doing LPG or propane where you had to do some injector tomfoolery and whatnot. It's not like doing valve seats from leaded to unleaded gasoline, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I think he's just pouring it in the car and running it.
So what animals exactly are we milking to get these biofuels?
Goats. No, okay. I don't know why. Yeah.
Do we grind up puppies and kittens to make it or something?
CF, hide your new pussy. He's coming for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it was made from the freshly squozen tears of kittens, then biofuels might not go down too well in the.
But it would sure taste sweet.
But yeah, but if it were grinding up like bugs or ants or something like that, no one would care. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, right? Ant colonies are easy to raise. Children do it all the time between little panes of glass, right? If we could take ants and grind them into fuel, that would be okay.
What about if we take the ants and put them onto tiny little wheels as generators, just like millions of them inside a car and just like spinning.
There's room for them if
wheels,
you take the engine out, right? You just have this conveyor belt and all these ants just in there swapping in and out. Okay, B team, go! Yeah.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
You just got to supply them some worms that excrete that honeydew stuff that makes them go all, woohoo, or whatever it is, right?
Alcohol.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You want your car to run on whiskey? Power it by ants. Somehow this makes sense. Just,
And just a little small block of dope, just like ventilating their system. So it's they just don't care.
Yeah. So the first one will probably be produced in British Columbia.
I wonder what is the horsepower of an ant. I wonder if anyone's actually calculated that.
Or how many ants does it take to make a horsepower?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's just math, so you can figure out which one's which. But I wonder what it is.
Well, some ants
they're pretty strong, aren't they?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, there's a guy I started watching a little bit now and then, the Ants Canada channel, and his narration is so over dramatic and stuff, but he does some cool stuff. He does vivariums with like all kinds of species mixing and trying to, do a bio thing without Pauly Shore.
Is that where the mutated calf come from?
Yeah. Poor Elmer.
He hasn't been doing those kind of experiments, has he?
Not since, no. But no, and because of watching his channel a little bit, you got ants that are stronger than others, but they're not as fast. And you got faster ants that aren't as strong and so on and whatnot. He sets them up and does ant wars and stuff and just watches them kill each other. It's almost morbid. Yeah. He's like, yeah, but this is nature. No, you're forcing them together. This is not nature. Not even close, to be honest, right? Not natural nature anyway, right?
Sounds a bit racist to me, but yeah. But I wonder if you could breed a super ant. In the same way as we all do, like breeding a dogs to make them cute and fluffy or whatever. You could take like different kinds of ants to make the real like super ant. And
you go into an auto dealership and the guy takes you aside and says, if you want real performance, you got to check that weird box in the order, because that's when you get the super ants under the hood. Oh yeah. It's like having a Hemi, right? You'd be good. The new Camaro, the Copo order, will be ant powered. If you know that joke, you're a real petrol head, gearhead. 424 million ants equals 1 horsepower. That comes from our mod and greeter there, BME. I don't know what kind of math you did to get to that, but I didn't think marijuana was legal in the UK, so I'm a little confused here.
How many did you say?
424 million ants equals 1 horsepower.
Oh, I thought it was a lot less than that.
I think 424 million ants could crawl inside the rectum of a horse and eat it from the inside out. I mean, it's just a lot of those freaking ants. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to get a bigger car, I think. Get a bigger bonnet.
Do we have a station wagon? They're called estates here. I always wonder.
Oh, well, there goes that idea.
Yeah. So, on to crickets then. Imagine cricket-powered cars, all that chirping and all. Oh, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, I prefer an electric one. It'd be quiet.
Yeah, you'd have to have like a couple of geckos under the hood to eat the adults to keep them quiet.
Well, unless you got some like really good crickets, like a real baritone kind of voice, as it were. So
yeah, like it
sounds thuddy. When the engine's ticking over.
The Barry White of crickets, with that real deep voice. Yeah. Or if you wanted to have that more shrill, high revving sound of a Ferrari, you could have some high falsetto crickets under there, like John Anderson from Yes Crickets, with the real high voice. Just the analogy, I'm not sure.
I'm desperately trying to keep up.
I've seen all good crickets run my car today, so satisfied I'm on my way.
I'm literally holding on to this conversation with my fingernails. Of all the batshit stuff we've talked about in the past. Batshit. Let's run cars on batshit.
We have a shout out we're a little late on here. Crazy Cat One's gifting memberships. And I think we have the technology. We have the capability to shout out the Shills next member. And I need the bionic sound. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, we need the bionic sounds. Nathan Schusler?
You get the bionic sound, then you fucking screw it up. Brilliant.
Yeah, man.
Dick Dawson, we can rebuild him. He is the $60 man.
Yeah. If you got like patience and stuff, it can, clip audio, but like get good quality and keep the signal up and stuff. Let me know. Cause Oscar Goldman, Mr. Spock. I need some $6 million man audio clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Totally. We should use "da-na-na-na" as like a stinger song. We could get away with a couple of seconds of it, I think.
Yeah.
The only thing
we keep coming up with these ideas, we never fulfill on any of them.
Well, that's why this time I asked other people to do it because it might actually happen.
Because we wanted to do, and now for something completely different.
Yeah,
that clip.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, we forgot about it.
If you're gonna do sound effects or clips from the $6 Million Man, do not clip him singing to Jamie Summers, the Bionic Woman. That is one piece of music that should be wiped from the face of the planet. My God,
I want it on a loop.
It's the worst. I can't believe that afterwards he sang the intro to the Fall Guy and did a decent job, because when he sings in the $6 Million Man, every note is off key. It's just the worst thing you've ever heard.
Wow.
It's worse than Tom Hanks trying to sing the Hot Chocolate song in the Polar Express. That guy can't sing either. He can't hit the note. It's so bad. It's offensive to my ears. Rant over.
So we got another super chat from Ivon Way. Sergeant Buckchuck salutes you because got to feed the coon. And I can't.
I got it. I got it.
Quite see what it is.
I got it. For those about to shill, Buckchuck salutes you. Nah, that's AC/DC. I didn't get the ending right. Yeah.
Yeah, but can you get the sticker?
Buck salutes you. Yeah, there we go.
What is it? I can't tell what it is.
It's a little bird doing fist bump. Fist
okay.
bump. Yeah. I literally had to get like that close to my screen. I got to get my eyes tested and get a prescription. It's getting bad.
They just need to make them bigger, for crying out loud. Why do they make them so small?
Oh, actually, I forgot. I can size it up in the popped out chat. Oh, yeah, that kind of helps. Okay. Sorry, my dumb. So, let's see here. Are we good? Are we caught up? Yeah.
Oh, we're caught up. I don't know if we're good.
Yeah. Let me. I did make a couple of notes. Yeah. Oh, do you remember us talking about YouTube and the ad blockers and making it buffer and making your video stall out and stuff? They haven't stopped on that. It's actually seems to be getting slightly worse for people.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they're literally making your video stutter and buffer like 2 or 3 times a video if you're trying to run an ad blocker. Not in all markets, but it's getting more and more. They're spreading it out.
Yeah. See, I don't use ad blockers. I've never even tried it. I just like, I'll put up with it. I don't mind. But I use ad
blockers religiously in all my web browsers, but because of my son being on the autism spectrum and stuff, I don't want him to have to fart around with that. So I eventually just sucked it up, and we have YouTube Premium now. I know, I suck. I know.
You do. You waste of space.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible, but it's true. It's true.
Sergeant Buckchuck's got another.
Woohoo! Mike 71, $3 super sticker. Oh yeah, we haven't been announcing the monetary values of super stickers. Hey, you guys in the live chat, what do you think? For a super sticker, do we need to announce the monetary value of it, or should it just be celebrate a super sticker and say what it says? What do you guys think? Right? Let the people that do them tell us. Right?
Well, you can. I mean, you can obviously see it.
It's not like I'm going to listen either way. I'll make up my own fucking mind, but
That's very true. That's very true. He is like that, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Not that I don't care. Just I don't care.
No, you
no,
don't
I'm
care.
just
Yeah.
kidding.
No, it's true. You don't care. You don't care.
Yeah. No, I do a lot, but in the end, I am just going to do what I do because I am who I am. No, but
Jesus Christ.
See, you never know what's coming next.
Yeah. Oh dear. So what else has been happening?
I should rename myself Dick Squirrel Dawson. Okay.
Oh boy, can you get distracted?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Talking of which, it was supposed to be doing a show. Remember?
Are we
what else has
live?
been happening? What else has been happening? Oh yeah, I know what else is going to break. Been watching, finished watching season 4 of For All Mankind. If anybody's ever seen it, anybody's actually seen it, or there's Dick's showing off his Mars rock.
I always do on the after shows. Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's seen it, it's Apple Studios show of the alternate universe or alternate future of Earth if the space race didn't like crumble and fold up like it did, and mankind actually managed to get to the moon. Well, the Russians got to the moon first, and the Koreans got to Mars first, which is that was a spoiler. That was a great moment.
Quit it now. Quit it.
Yeah, but no, it's a great show. But
it's really good.
Interesting though, because I was like talking to Dick about this. It's like it's definitely wish fulfillment for us folk who are really into spacey stuff, and it's like what we could have won, things we could have seen at our age. Because what they out now? I think the next series they're hitting into 2012. So even the next season is still like
behind us.
Well behind it, but they're already colonizing Mars, and they've got asteroid mining and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah,
it's awesome. It's just like, oh god, I want that.
Yeah, and all the personal dramas and stuff through the show make it so much more than a sci-fi series. If you're not a sci-fi person, watch For All Mankind. You will love it. It's seriously engaging television. It's awesome.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah,
I did find it very, very binge worthy because once you started,
you just can't stop. Yeah,
no, you just want to see what happens next.
Totally, right? Yeah, love it, and
but it was it drew in just like an interesting conversation though about the whole how space travel has been perceived by Hollywood in the past, because it's like you talk about things like 2001. My God, did they get the whole time scale completely wrong? Space 1999. Everybody got the complete scale of
for Space 1999 they forgot the whole everybody on Earth dies without the moon part. There's nobody left.
Well, they did actually come back to that in an episode. They got a communication from Earth, and Earth isn't very in good state because of the lack of moon. But
but never mind a good state. If the moon just buggered off, it's bad. But anyway,
just to interrupt though, we do have another super sticker.
I was tapping my foot, but I moved my shit around, and my mute pedal isn't there anymore. Rose Rowley. Rose
Rahaley.
Oh yes, this was pointed out. I do remember that now.
Yes.
Yeah. A super sticker. It's the little backwards hat nerdy guy going, wow. Thanks, Rose. Awesome. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, I remember that. It was spelled out to me finally. That's the thing with drinking. You do tend to forget sometimes.
Yeah, PJ CNET says in the chat, UFO was set in the future. He thinks it was 1984. That's right. Space 1999 was actually going to be the sequel, or another season of UFO. That was another great show.
Yeah,
but very. One thing looking back on UFO, it's really funny because it's really kind of like misogynistic. All the women's uniforms are. Very, the
cheerleaderish.
They're not the same as the blokes' costumes. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Or their uniforms. There's definitely kind of like, you're a lady working for our organisation. You have to wear the pink wig, huge eyelashes, little short skirt, and pointy titty things. It's just like
Exactly. Yeah.
But the blokes could wear suits and outfits and string vests. Weird
yeah,
stuff.
like Aaron Gray's character in season 2 of Buck Rogers. She's running around looking like Deanna Troi in the first season of Star Trek Next Generation. One of the producers called her, he said in a documentary interview show, he said we had her looking like some kind of intergalactic cheerleader. Yeah.
See, the thing is, I absolutely adore old sci-fi movies from the 50s. That period of before even the whole idea of the space race even existed. They had no idea what they were talking about, and they made all these movies where. It's usually like the Navy or the Air. It starts off with the Navy, then it's like in later years it becomes the Air
shooting
Force
a massive bullet
yeah.
with people in it.
Well, it always like cuts to stock footage of a V2 rocket because that's all they got at the moment. Or you get the more artistic ones where they got like a steel fucking tube with a firework stuck in the back of it, like old Flash Gordon. But it's the way they always perceive the women in those shows as well. It's always made me laugh because they're always just like brought along to make coffee for all the guys and make dinner. And there's a fantastic show. What was it called? It's like is it Mission to Mars or something, or something like that? But they go to they go to Mars and they got a woman scientist with them. But when they get there, the Martian ladies are there saying, they got their little outfits and they go, we like these outfits, we'll make some for you. The men's do not look anything like the ladies' ones, by the way, when they get made. But the interesting thing is they have the Martian woman shows them around their quarters, and instantly the two women gravitate towards the kitchenette area where she's explaining to her how to prepare the food, and all the men are just like sitting there smoking pipes and drinking beer. Bring me food, woman.
Do you have port on this planet?
But it always ends up with these scenes where the men are, like I say, they're smoking pipes and discussing sciencey stuff around a table, and the women are always like walking around them with coffee pots and topping up and handing them the food, taking the plates away. It's like, oh god, it's so funny.
You couldn't get even the pictures and the TVs and whatnot, as long as we had, like Hedy Lamarr had, scientific patents that really helped the Americans in World War II. She was also a movie star and whatnot and so on. Hollywood and TV and so on couldn't get over that. Oh, but now when we're in a domestic situation, could you get me a coffee, honey? No, I have a PhD. I'm a Nobel Prize winner. Fuck you. They couldn't get over it, could they?
The other times, you have there's some other ones where you have like women and men on board the spaceship. The men are always hitting on the women. Just literally, that's all they're for, just to hit on.
You're pretty, so I have to try and fuck you because that's all I know how to do. I'm
Like, you know, my grandfather was the first to walk without his knuckles dragging on the floor. Like how does that mentality take you into the world? You know, the girl at the checkout for the grocery store says hi to you. Oh, she's flirting with me. Got to try to fuck her. I mean, like, can you imagine acting that way in real life? Only you would be Herb Tarlick from WKRP in Cincinnati, if you know the reference. You know,
is that what it was like in the 50s?
If so, you were wearing white leather shoes that matched your white leather belt.
Hey, what's wrong with that look? I'm still rocking that look.
That's why you're not on camera.
Yeah, well, white leather moccasins. and my iron jeans.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's really cool when you look at modern day, you know. So take the modern day remake of Lost in Space, and you got the family who takes off. Well, dude is like this Green Beret like hero dude. So of course, you know, Hollywood's got to do its thing. But when it comes to the family being lost in space, they would be fucked without science, you know, smart mom. And they got, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Pretty redhead kind of girl. To be the mom in the show. And holy, does she own the role? She doesn't walk around like I'm queen of the world and blah, blah. But whenever there's a problem, she just kind of takes charge and, you know, and that's it. And she always, very good show. I really recommend that remake of Lost in Space.
Well, that's the funny thing is when you go back to the original Lost in Space, Mom, although she's like supposed to be like a scientist,
she's useless.
The show normally opens up with her preparing dinner, doing the ironing or the laundry or whatever.
I know. You know, it might have like
just for all these guys who don't know how to wash clothes.
Yeah, and then like go back into the black and white days, the last of it of television. There was a show, I remember the reruns of it, where it was a single dad with 2 kids. Back in the black and white days. There's no way in fuck those guys back then would have put a single mom with 2 kids on television. Not a chance in hell. Right? But that was far more the reality. Why? Because, well, she's waiting tables. She's not an executive in suits and stuff. And you know what I mean? Yeah.
God, we come a long way.
Yeah. Yeah. What a rant to get on. That was a good one. I like that.
It was funny. Yeah. That's why I just love old movies. I just love that. Just look back, you know when you walk into the doctor's, the doctor's room to meet the doctor, the first thing he does is he hands you a box and says cigarette.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know, my mother was prescribed cigarettes because they said, well, you know, you got hypertension, you should take up smoking.
Yeah, I've heard that story quite a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. You know, that led me on to think. I mean, they smoked in the house when I was a child, right? You know,
you even see it in old movies where the doctors are doing a rounds around the ward.
Yeah, exactly.
and they'll be handing out cigarettes to all the patients.
Yeah. My first experience on a city bus, they had ashtrays in the arms. You know, just, But
I think I think look back at it. And looking back at these days where just everybody is smoking. I'm a smoker, and I know the consequences of smoking. But Jesus Christ, it must have stank back then. Everywhere was just stank of cigarettes.
Yeah. when my mother passed away before my father. When my father passed away, there was some stuff sent out to me. They lived across the country, like, hours and hours of flying, 5 days of driving. And my son was 4.5 years old on the autism spectrum at the time. There was no way we were going to get there. Right. So, a few of the big oil paintings that were in the living room were shipped out to me and stuff. You couldn't see the colors of the paintings for the nicotine drips and stains on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I took photos of them with my buddy's really good camera. and we did some Photoshoppery to try to, clean it up a bit and stuff. And I reprinted some and then sold the paintings online because they were revolting. And how do you clean that? It's paint.
You can,
right?
you can. So I have actually, you actually watch a paint restorer clean up like pulp, because obviously it wasn't just cigarette smoke. Back in the day, you'd have like huge fires in the place, and just like sort of, you see some of these old paintings, and they're all just like that horrible turgid brown color. And they come in with the little those little earbud type things, and they're cleaning it up, and these amazing colors are coming out of it.
Right,
it's incredible to see that happening.
But for me, it's an impossibility. Right? Because all I'll do is get all impatient and, throw it in the fucking fire or something, right?
You're not like restoring a master of artwork. It's just oh, hello.
I tried to unmute and I hit the fuck button. I didn't do that right, did I? Yeah. Never mind.
So we'll fix that in post.
That stupid button.
We'll resync it.
Yeah. We care a lot.
Although I must admit that when I try to use the bleep button, I do seem to find myself bleeping out all the words other than the swear words.
Yeah.
It's just a natural thing. You just like pressing it, and you're swearing, and you go, "Oh, fuck!"
It takes training, and you want to hit it so that you can hear the F or the S or whatever, right? But to hit it at the right time and account for that millisecond delay for the button to trigger the sound file and stuff and whatnot, it's not impossible. You might as well just give up on monetization, plead to your viewers to help support you, and swear.
Yeah. Well, I don't fucking. I just keep fucking getting wrong.
See, he's the master, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's done.
You're all a bunch of.
Yeah, you gotta bleep that one word.
What, aunts? That's what I said. I bleeped it out.
I didn't know aunt started with a C. Yeah, but as funny as that word can be used in the UK, it ain't cool in a lot of North America. It's just
that's all right. You're not cool anyway. Yeah.
I haven't been cool in years. I'm too old to be cool.
Well, I mean, the only time you're cool is when you go outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Minus 27 degrees.
Yeah. That's just because I'm too cheap to buy a good jacket.
You were pretty cool the other night. Not only were you a little bit cool, you were a little bit soaking wet.
Oh man, yeah. Yesterday, as the show was supposed to be starting, it was 4 degrees Celsius outside. And I was stuck in the rain outside waiting for a cab in a location where there was no cover to be found. And the cab was running late, and I'm just standing there just shaking my head. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I was so, despondent.
And look at him. His hair still isn't dry.
Yeah, that's otherwise it'd be tight. Yeah. It's taking days, Yeah. I went over to the neighbors.
Nothing like the smell of a wet dick.
Yeah. I went over to the neighbors. The kids were petting me. I'm still not, fully,
Mommy, can we keep him?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
He looks so forlorn.
Yeah. I mean,
even Sergeant Butchop took one look at him and said, you get back in the dumpster. You're not coming in here.
So far, 2 parents have asked me if I was willing to eat from a bowl. And when I said no, they were like, no, sorry, honey, we can't keep them,
His tail isn't wagging. Stroke him harder.
Yeah. Oh, no. Not like
that. No.
No.
His tail's gone all stiff.
Yeah. What have you got on the internet? Yeah. Is there a department store catalog around? Are you looking in the women's section?
Do they still do those anymore? That was a delight of a young child.
Yeah, when I was a kid in the 70s, to get those catalogs and check mark what you would like for Christmas and stuff was amazing. And
yeah, but you were putting circles around the gorgeous women with the negligees.
yeah.
I'll have that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. I'd like the mystery happy location, please.
Oh.
Yeah. Why is that little nub always wrapped up?
Thing is, I always like the smell of those catalogs. They had a very
that's
distinct.
wrong. What did your brother do to them before you got them?
They had a very distinctive smell of just ink.
Of your brother's sock drawer?
Oh dear.
Yeah. That's the moment when you realize, wait a minute, but we've been sharing the same controller for the home computer.
Mm. we've been sharing the same socks.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good thing that families don't have to stare at a joystick now, because imagine if you could control OnlyFans with a joystick. That would be horrific, right? You know.
Have you finished with the kissing device and the anal beads? It's my turn. We got another super chat, and I think it's Ivon Way saying, "No,
things you hear in Alabama for 200, please, Alex."
These ain't even washed. I ain't got time to wash them. I got a chess tournament to win.
Yeah. What is the hippo doing in Ivon Way's super chat? It's
doing Saturday Night Fever.
I think it's doing more of a Bee Gees.
Yeah.
You know, shadow dancing. Except it's wearing Herb Tarlick's suit. Thanks, Ivon. I mean, you can't find fabric like that unless you're willing to strip a 60s VW and turn it into clothing. Like, you know, the upholstery and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, not the metal.
Yeah. Gundam suit. No, but, you know, I don't even know what Gundam is.
Gundam? Is that the Japanese anime thing with airplanes that turn into robots or something?
I think it's when you mistake juicy fruit for lubrication. Sorry, but I got a Gundam thing going on here. It's like birth control, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. You end up with a bubble that you just can't pierce.
Oh, that is definitely the thing that's got lost in translation between us across the Atlantic.
I'm not sure it did. I think it got lost in translation between my brain and my mouth. So, alcohol. Mine's empty. How about you? No?
Well,
I'll be right back.
Here he goes. It's Duncan's time on the show. It's Duncan's time on the show. And it's gonna be all about me and everything I want to say. Hey! Which is... Oh, shit, he's back. Oh, my God's sake. I've got to shorten that intro.
It makes me wonder how Steve Harris never invited you into the band. It's just...
Which band was that?
Iron Maiden.
Ah.
Yeah. You know.
See, you talk about your buddies like, you know, on first name terms. Oh, I don't know.
My buddies, I wish. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Came up again. Oh, really? I went to open something to read it, and it came up as something completely different. I thought I knew exactly what I was doing, and I failed miserably. That sucks.
Well, okay,
doesn't it?
No worries. Now for something completely different.
Yeah. See, that's a great transition. We really need that little clip to do that. Oh.
And we have to get all of them, so we mix them up. It's not the same one every time.
Yeah, that would be easy. Actually, you could have the button randomly pick one each time you hit it. Yeah, that'd be no problem.
Oh, I
that'd be
remember
pretty cool.
The old Steam Deck.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty cool idea. Oh, there was a thing we didn't get to mention on the show.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new recycling method that's been discovered. It's not like it's in mass use or anything yet, but there is a promising thing now that would make polyethylene waste, like, thin plastic bags and the really nasty crap, totally not a problem.
What's that? Feed them to turtles.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because they would never choke on that. But they have discovered a way to use polyethylene waste, PE, as a raw material in another little bit of shenanigans with science chemistry, and boom, you've got something that comes out the other side of the conveyor belt that's fine and usable.
As what? As reusable PE or what?
I'm not 100% because it goes on in, like, this is not a light reading website this is coming from, right? And it goes on into all kinds of, it goes from here to there and this does and blah, blah. And it gets really, really out of hand. But as far as I understand it, it's light on chemicals in the way of, oh, that's nasty and all that kind of thing. Like, it's not a big deal. And you can start the catalyst and whatnot that leads to the reactions and stuff with some good old solar energy. And so you don't have fossil fuel emissions and greenhouse gases and stuff. And you end up with a product that is, again, usable. So instead of having to make more, if it was just collected decently, cleanly, we would be in a situation where we're good. That would be unbelievable because it's one of the real nasty ones that everybody wants to get rid of, right?
Yeah, see, I've seen these like recycled plastic being turned into things like fence posts and stuff like that, which is awesome because fence posts, wooden ones, rot.
Yeah.
A plastic one won't, not for thousands of years. That's half the problem of them. But that makes a great product. The only problem is they're usually like 10 times the price of a wooden one.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the problem. But these guys are serious about it being financially viable and like you can set up a business and just simply collect that nasty plastic that's awful and you'll make yourself some cash and do some good, right? That would be amazing. The problem being is because one group discovered this, there'll be patents and trademarks and stuff. So it won't do the world in general any good unless it's worth massive money and profits for 25 years or something until other people can jump in and do it, right?
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like you say, it's all about profits. I don't mind people making profits, but when the end product costs way much more than another natural product, say, it just doesn't work out, and people won't buy it. And so you can't scale up. Right. If you can bring it down to the price where it's actually cheaper than an alternative product, then it all makes sense. Great. You could build all kinds of shit out of them.
Yeah, it's like when you look at profits being that's not cool. You got to look to big pharma where they'll just raise the price of something 800% because why? Well, we want to make more money and stuff, and those kind of that. And that's where you hope
Papa's got to buy Mama a new Lamborghini.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And this is where I understand with big pharma, you need money back on your inventions because it could take years and years of many people researching and stuff, but still do it fair. Don't just make
shareholders, massive rich people because stock markets. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't go back to the guys who spent the years developing.
That's right.
The medicine. Like you say, it goes to the shareholders.
Yeah,
who just basically put in a bit of money, and it's ridiculous amounts of money they get.
Oh yeah, like you got a whole whack of people that are now set for life. So then the people toil and work, and I mean big pharma scientists and stuff lead good lives, but compared to CEOs and stuff and whatnot with their, and it's just so ridiculous, oh my God, the market was down this year, so I only made $90 million or like what,
It goes back to this. It goes back to the space program again, because one of the reasons why everybody's like, doesn't like putting money into it is because there's not money coming out.
Right.
But the potential down the end of the line is phenomenal.
Exactly.
Amounts of money.
Yeah.
Just money, just the amount, just like, isn't there like an asteroid out there that's just like, it's just like diamonds and sapphires?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you kept with that, you could buy the Earth.
If it was sapphires, right? If it was sapphires, you could keep the home shopping channel going for another 20 years right there. Right? And everybody they employ and stuff,
Yeah. The only problem is everybody wearing sapphire. You instead of having like a little ring with a little sapphire jewel in it, you'll be wearing a hat. Made out of one sapphire stone. Solid.
What's his name from Apple, the designer, will come out with a thinner version, but it'll be premium priced.
Yeah. Oh, I like your house. What's it made out of? Sapphire.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it costs nothing now. Since we've got the asteroid, it's worthless. It's cheaper than bricks.
Yeah. It becomes the Three Little Pigs scale, right?
I'd love to see that.
That's funny. Yeah, I agree. That would be funny. I watched through Foundation, and so I watched through the first 2 seasons, and I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything, but we're talking about some lengthy, wordy books. And they're really trying to cram a lot into the seasons to try to take you through the full story, as I understand it. And I do find it entertaining. I did watch both seasons, but I didn't sit down and binge watch it the way when I found For All Mankind. I was just like, holy fuck, is this good? And I just consumed everything I could get, right? It's a good story. It's all dramatic and stuff, and there's some really good, twisty little plotty things and stuff and whatnot. But you're 1 minute somebody's doing something, now it's 150 years, and it's almost like keep notes and try to stay.
There were some plot points in it that were just absolute bullshit.
There was
as far as concerned. That part. What's his name? Empire. What was it? Hale Pace is the name of the actor, or was it? Absolutely Adonis of a man. Just incredibly fit bloke, and he's Empire, and he is basically the Empire, and he goes on that that. What do you call it? That what's the fucking word? But when he goes on that walk,
the circle walk. Yeah.
So there's basically like
it's like what do you call it?
A homage. It's
doing Mecca. He's doing the walk to Mecca. It's like 100 kilometers. You have to do this whole thing. You get no food, no water, and you just have to survive. And many people die on it, right?
Yeah. No. This is the funny thing is they said many people die, and he's walking with like pasty old people.
Yeah.
And yet,
And he's like
this
Hercules
man,
incarnate, right?
And he's like struggling at the end and almost dying. I was like, well, how the fuck did anybody else manage to do it then?
Exactly.
It just didn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, there was a few other moments that are just like, come on, seriously? The logic in this is about that of Beverly Hills 90210, right? But again, I think it comes down to them trying to just stuff too much information into the show, because what if we don't get renewed? Instead of flushing it out, knowing they're going to have 8 seasons and relaxing, and you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think if they did 8 seasons, it would have been boring. I mean, because there were some moments
the
where
Walking
they just
Dead show.
I didn't get past season 1 on that one. I couldn't be bothered. But the thing is like in Foundations, there were parts where it just like literally just went Star Wars. Pew, 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 pew. It's just like, oh, God's sake.
Yeah. They actually, in Foundation, they had a ship that was very similar to Ashoka's ship in that show. And it was almost confusing to me. I was like, wait a minute, dude had that ship. Oh, no, that's Foundation. And I was like, wait, what? Yeah.
Very muddled, I would say.
Yeah, there is a lot of good in it, but you've got to decide that you're in. Whereas For All Mankind just grabs you by the balls and takes you to the bedroom, right?
That's why I keep trying to get you. Will I mention it again? Dare I mention the name again? Firefly.
You know what?
Just sip it, taste it, lick it, try it.
Last night when the second episode of Ashoka was ending, because I only just started watching that, I decided to look Firefly up on IMDb, and I was surprised to see one of the main cast is somebody I'm kind of fond of as an actor.
Who's
and I'm not giving that away. And,
Nathan Fillion.
What?
Nathan Fillion? No.
No, but he was another on the list that I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Young Baldwin.
I'm not. No, but I like him from the Last Ship, a really good TV series.
He's fucking awesome in Firefly. He's the best he's ever been.
Yeah, but
anyway, I remember him from Independence Day.
Really?
He was in that. Yeah, he was in that. He was just like one of the soldiers in Independence Day. I remember him from that. But Firefly is just absolutely stunning and amazing.
Yeah, because I mean, he kind of amounts to one of the other Baldwins, right?
The less shooty director of photography types.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, when I was looking over the cast, I was like, holy shit, okay. So it's now at like top of the list.
No, it is actually a really, really good cast. Everybody does an amazing job on it.
I was expecting it to be 4 or 5 people that really should have had dental work done because it's a UK show, and
it's not a UK show. It's not UK
I'm
show.
just pissing you off now.
No, you're just talking the truth, man. I get it.
Yeah. But I was expecting more of that.
Yeah, I was looking up another show. I don't know if anybody in the audience remember it, called Lex. Does anybody remember Lex? Have you seen any of that?
It had that slick, cool brunette chick in it, right?
No.
Yeah, didn't it?
No, she was blonde.
No, I'm thinking of something else then.
Sex, yeah. No, you got to be thinking of something else. Using the word slick in the same sentence as Lex is not something I've ever heard before. But
I have heard of the show anyway.
Yeah. It's a really, really weird one. And I saw a video about it on YouTube the other night, just like reviewing like the first season. He goes, "This is a weird show." And then one of his later videos is second season. This is still a weird show. It is absolute bonkers. Amazing science fiction, terrible production. It's got Rutger Hauer in it. It's got some big names in it.
Yeah, but
Rutger Hauer on a bad day.
yeah, but no, I was going to say Rutger Hauer since like 1986 is usually a signal that it's a low budget thing. Right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. He has been in some awful stuff on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, I mean, chisel Rutger a new face for this movie. Okay, that one will do. Yeah, okay, tell him his lines.
I think Lady Hawk was probably the last film he had a chance to shine.
I mean, with a title like that, how didn't it work?
Well, it was. It's got Ferris Bueller in it. It's got Matthew Broderick.
So did it a Godzilla movie. It doesn't count.
Well, so did Inspector Gadget. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's Matthew Broderick, not Rutger Hauer. So I should point out.
And he married that horse girl from the Housewives show or whatever, right?
Hey.
Sex in the City. I don't know.
What's her name? Yeah.
Yeah, Clarkson once said she looks like a boiled horse. I mean, what?
It's not very nice.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Oh, Alan Tudyk, Chuck says in the chat. Is that the name? Alan Tudyk.
Oh, I've heard that name.
Yeah, he was the robot in I'll say the robot, the droid in what was the Star Wars prequel thing? Jesus Christ, it's just blanked out. This is a Star Wars one. I can't remember the fucking name of the show. God, which one is it? The one before when they go to get the plans for the Death Star. Rogue One.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God's sake. Couldn't remember it. This was an episode one? Yeah. No, he was in that. He played the Imperial droid in that. He's been in that series about an alien that lives in Canada, I think it is, or Alaska, and he's trying to fit in as a doctor, which looks quite good. I've not seen it.
Is this new or like a long time ago?
A few years ago, not very long ago.
Okay, interesting.
But he's a good. I say they're all great actors. They're a great cast. That's all I can say.
The idea of being an alien that fits in Alaska seems to me like it was stolen from that mini series from years ago, Taken. I think Steven Spielberg made it.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg. I thought you were going to say Alf. Yeah, Taken was amazing. It was hysterical because it was just so cheap on the visual effects.
Yeah.
There was a bit in that show where the two people are like sitting on a outside of a barn just talking, and one of them is just like explaining that I'm an alien, and it goes, oh, reveal yourself to me. So the camera pans to her as the alien, changes into the alien. And there's a look in her face goes, oh wow, and then you go, and then the camera pans back, and then nothing. Didn't do anything. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, the lights on the wall don't even change, right? At least like on the TV show The Flash, they put a little thing and then paper flies around, right? At least they try. Right?
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like the old magic trick. I'm going to make this coin disappear from my hand. It's disappeared, and I'm going to bring it back, and there it is.
Okay, so moments that I find odd. What's his name? Space Odyssey doing the jogging scene
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why is he doing the Rocky punchy punch when he's just out for a jog? Why is he doing that? Is that a thing? Because I mean, I was born in 70 and I don't remember, pretending to be Rocky just because I was running. What the hell is going on with that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Kaboomazinga.
NANA gifted 5 Shills memberships.
I didn't know we had that many people watching the show.
I can even I can shout out the new members as well that NANA gifted out. Here, we'll get the what does this one do? Oh yeah, the laser beams, right? There we go. So yeah, so let me do this in NA's real voice, right? So
Lickety split Duncan Stewart Mandelbrot said adventure, camping zone, and hobby time. Yay!
Hey! Mandelbrot set finally gets one.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, welcome to the Shills set now.
Thanks, NANA. That was very cool. Oh, yeah.
Sergeant Buttchuck salutes you.
Yeah. Buck salutes you. For those who give members. Hey, we got to redo that. A little AC/DC for that, right? That'd be really cool.
When you say we, you mean you.
Yeah, no, it's an audio thing, so I'll do. Yeah,
I'll do the pretty pictures. You do the audio stuff.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, fair trade. I'll do that. That'd be cool, though.
I could. You won't like it.
And well, we both know it won't be what I want, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
That's the thing, Okay, if duties are handed out, you don't want to keep, don't check back. Just do.
Because, of course, we've always got to do it the way that you want it to do.
No, but only if you ask me. Otherwise, I'd just be like, yeah, all right, good. That's the,
All right, I'm gonna start recording jingles all the time now. Yeah,
Mr. Sandman.
Bring me a drink.
Got to get rid of that one. That button sucks.
What the drum?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It would be better to do like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or at least get a decent recording of it, because it sounds really, it's like, old Bon Tempi keyboard sounds, doesn't it?
Yeah. It sounds like a Roland drum machine that was built before the MIDI standard was enacted. If you know what I mean, that's pretty bad.
So we need sponsorship now to hire a drumming session musician to come in and just record just that bit.
Yeah, we're gonna hire
just that bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Take 2086.
Yeah, we're gonna hire Carmina Peace, former Aussie drummer, Black Sabbath, I think, at a time with Dio and whatnot. He's got a brother, so it's hard to keep track.
He'd probably do it for a few bucks.
Yeah,
he's not doing much these days.
We'd hire the drummer from Slayer, but he'd just get it wrong.
You know what? There's probably a whole bunch of musicians out there. So just record it and send it in.
Yeah.
Send it in to us on Discord, and we'll pick one.
And if you're really good at percussion, send it in on other things as well. Like, use your brother and sister as percussions. Tupperware. Your father's collector car. I don't know. Imagine 27 Porsches ruined with meat cleavers because somebody details to follow.
Bit of scaffold in a Porsche 911. But oh, that was the windscreen.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going to encourage it, but you know,
we're not going to say.
But send it in. We'll use it.
Yeah, we're not going to say you should do it. We're just saying you could do it.
Mm.
There's a big difference there. It's called liability.
And we liability a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, trust me. If you think I'm responsible for anything, I have an ex-wife that will tell you otherwise.
So what else we got today?
I wanted to bring up a thing. Where is it? If I can find it.
Not on
here.
camera.
Yeah. No, not anything like that. All right. You know, there was, I don't know if I can find it. I'm going to have to check a different browser here and see. But there was a publication of custom license plate requests that were denied just in my province of British Columbia, Canada, which has, you know, the population of a major American city. I don't mean like New York or anything, but, you know, and it was like 60-some thousand rejections, and some of them were like comic. They were you couldn't do because of political things. You couldn't do because they encourage speeding or bad behavior, and oh my god, it got to the point of stupidity.
Let's roll this story back a little bit. So in America, North America, you can request a license plate. You can,
Same within the UK.
No, it's not. No,
yes, you can.
No,
I
you
know.
can buy them. You can buy them.
Oh, we have to pay extra for it too.
No, but there's like a list of license plates, and you can buy them. You can get personalized plates, but you have to find it. You can't request it.
Well, there must be a request thing, because you've got there's this one automotive YouTuber. I'm not a huge fan of him. Shmee150. He does this little click photograph intro as if he's like a he's not on camera for it, but it's really confusing. And then all of his cars have some sort of version of Shmee and then something else that matters to the car. And they're very specifically chosen by him. Like he makes no bones about it.
Yeah, but you can't request it. You have to go find it and see if it's available.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. We do it the other way around, where you can request and they go, "No, that's dirty."
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Oh,
It's a slightly different format.
Right. Yeah, and they blocked some really crazy ones, right? Like all kinds of Porsche people were pissed off because they couldn't get 911 in their license plate because that's emergency dialing.
Or 911.
Oh, yeah. It was also listed in politically inappropriate. And I bet that's where it comes from as well. But it was also listed as not appropriate because you're trying to appropriate a brand. Like you can't do anything that tries to say Jaguar or and whatnot. They block all that stuff, right?
See, people do that over here with their license plates. They'll find a license plate that kind of like fits, you know, and they'll be, shall we say, judicious about the placement of the screw buttons that put the thing in place.
Right.
They'll hide bits, or you know, they'll make the number plate work in their favor,
right,
to look like the word they're trying to say.
In Canada, if you do anything to your license plate that makes it so a police officer can't reliably read what it's supposed to be, you are properly screwed. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, so I read an article that was really, really funny. Up in Canada, we've had legal pot for I think 5 years now, whatever it is, right? You know, I don't know, because for me with fibromyalgia, pot was legal for a long time. You know, no big deal. But one of the things the government hesitated when they were legalizing it was they wanted to make sure that the police had a breathalyzer-like device that could detect if you had just smoked a joint and then got in the car and drove. Well, British Columbia, where I live, is kind of known as the stoner province, right? We had the BC weed, the skunk weed and whatnot, right? You know, there's a lot of hippie folk around here and stuff, you know.
Yeah, the place smells as you cross the border. You can sense it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Everything just slows down a tad, you know. Right? And the funny thing is we only have, I think, 24 active pot detecting devices in police hands in the entire province, as almost every police force in the province, along with the RCMP, have agreed that they're just too unreliable and they just can't be bothered. They just go by the whole thing. Hey, I smell pot in your car.
Well, they just assume.
Yeah, exactly.
Straight from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have
it's
a
probably-
British
it's probably
Columbia
smoking.
driver's license? Yeah. So how much pot have you smoked today? Right. You know. No. But yeah, it's funny because there's there's this fear with people who don't smoke it that, you know, you're going to get somebody who's never puffed a joint before and they get all giggly and laughy and stuff and get behind the wheel and go and crash like an alcoholic would or whatever. And that's a very real possibility. But as anybody in the live chat knows who smokes, marijuana has this whole tolerance thing that builds up, and it's not the same as alcohol, right? So somebody who's used to smoking can put a little bit in a pipe, have a couple of puffs, and go and do any reaction test that you can think of. And I'm pretty sure a regular smoker of years will have the same reactions. But maybe in traffic, like if you're a scatterbrain, I know from experience and stuff, you know, you get one of those people behind the wheel where they're so fucking hyper that they look this way, they look this way, they look this way, they look this way when they're trying to pull out. And they're doing it so damn fast that their brain can't actually register what's going on. But you give that person a couple of puffs and they slow down a bit, and then they look left and they go, okay, there's 3 cars coming. They're this far away. They look right. Oh, it's all good. So I wait for the first car. I slip out and it's all good. There's
You're just staring at the car on the horizon. It's coming.
Right,
It's coming.
But
I'm not going to pull out yet.
now, I realize that there's no way to test for that properly, right? Without having some kind of gadget that the police can just pull out of their trunk and do reaction testing on or something, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but it's a shame for people that use, like myself, CBD-based marijuana for pain management and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because CBD-based marijuana is as hard as they try to genetically and whatever manipulate shit with breeding and stuff to artificial evolution, natural selection, right? You're still going to get some THC in it. So there's this whole thing where, does that make it so I just can't drive? Like that's, you know, because I'm allergic to opiates. Like I just can't take that stuff, right? I don't have a lot of options, you know, and I'm not
What
going
about
to OD on like Tylenol and stuff. Like that stuff is really bad, right? I'd just rather, you know, smoke a joint, man. Fuck, you know, leave me alone.
Line of coke, yeah.
Easy now. That's a little different, right? You know, yeah.
Thing is, I have actually seen it's like marijuana use actually fuck people up. And
Really?
Yeah. Well, there's this dude I know. He smokes a lot, And he's really gone down like conspiracy rabbit hole, and you can't dig him out in any
But
form.
is he working and engaging in life, or is he just like living in a really little shitty room thing, just getting high, watching, crappy TV?
Yeah,
Right.
he's working, but he's an artist, so it doesn't matter.
That's
They're allowed to be high.
yeah. That being an artist means that you get to make good money when you're dead.
Mm.
No,
Well,
but
should I say he's a visual effects
oh,
artist,
okay, that's
but,
different. Yeah, then he
But,
actually earns money. Yeah,
he makes things and
Yeah.
props and stuff. But yeah, it just seems like something's gone wrong with his brain, and his brain is addled, and that's the only thing I can put it to is rather large, use of marijuana and whatever.
Yeah, and I guess
it may just be his brain. I don't know.
yeah, no, but you could be in a situation where you're consuming a lot of really strong stuff instead of, oh, I like to consume a lot, so I'll get weaker, cheaper stuff so I can consume more, but still, you know what I mean? You got to be responsible with things like that. It's not like, you can't drink 15 beers a day and go, Jesus Christ, why am I not a functioning adult? Right?
So the lesson is to you. I'm not going to mention your name or dox you, but so
Moderation, man.
Yeah, don't smoke in Facebook.
Yeah. Or you end up with like 4 unusable Commodore 64s expecting to play games.
No, he puts out thousands of posts of conspiracy stuff, and I told you all. What? Okay.
Are you secretly talking about Eric Dubé?
No, but it might as well be.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who that fuck is anyways.
Oh,
thank God.
PJ, if he's still in the chat, is laughing his fucking head off.
Oh,
right
he knows. Oh, that's a point PJ brought up in
Buffy
the thing PJ brought up tonight that he didn't know about, which I was surprised that in the communities that he slips around in, that he didn't know about Limey.
Oh my God! Yes. It was well, PJ reminded me in the private chat and whatnot. But the triggered Limey, originally he was Limey Play. He's a well-loved figure in the debunking world of flat Earth and stuff, and just hanging out and being cool. He is in a coma right now. And everybody that's ever met him, he's been on the Shills channel multiple times, is totally gathering to wish him, oh my God, please come out of it and come back to us kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
this isn't get well soon. This is holy fuck time, right?
Yeah, PJ saying in the chat that he heard today that Limey was starting to speak a little, so he might be coming out the coma.
Holy wow.
Yeah,
because when I and then you and I were chatting too. Holy, right? It was really really scary.
Yeah, I mean we're not going to get the details of it. There's plenty of other people who are talking about it. Like PJ talks about the Irish demon has been out to visit him, and
that's cool.
Yeah, he's been keeping the community informed. I saw it on MC Tunes channel.
Okay.
Mentioned it there, and then talked about the Irish demon. Was again, it comes back to the Irish demon. He's the one guy. It seems to be
interesting.
Keeping in touch because apparently they've been friends for a long time.
Well, interesting. If it's come up on MC Tunes channel, he's been on the Shills many times. I've been on his. I produced some shows for him previously and stuff. I mean, normally my recommended feed gives me his stuff, and I didn't get that one either.
It wasn't a video about him. It was just within one of his videos.
Oh,
and he just,
okay.
He just brought it. He was just like debunking some flat Earth idiot and just brought it.
It
up.
came up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just missed that one then. Yeah. Well, I don't watch a lot of debunking flat Earth videos anymore. I really can't.
I'm done with it. I'm done.
How many times can you say the same thing over and over again?
The Earth is not flat. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Just can't do it. Just done.
You know, it would be like being Archie Bunker after 8 years on television, still calling your wife a dingbat. You know.
Although I did catch a funny thing the other day where they had this guy, flat earther guy, talking about how NASA is stealing, 58 million a day, and there was like pointing out, how are they stealing it? Where is it going? Who's getting rich off it? They're paying engine. Oh, it's all
Mexican drug lords.
It's all compartmentalized here, so no one knows. Okay, so they're paying engineers at NASA to invent stuff and build stuff that still launches because we see it, but they're not being told the truth. So they're all getting paid.
Yeah, and
so who's
getting
rich off it?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
When you follow the chain of breadcrumbs, what you realize, the only person who's getting rich is that mouse that made it to the cafeteria that gets a little chunk of cheese now and then, right? You know.
I thought you meant the little mouse that got on the SpaceX rockets.
I mean, super rich, as if you're ripping off 50 million a day, right? You know, but all these people that work there are actually well paid because it's NASA.
Yeah, and they're scientists and engineers, and a lot of buildings, a lot of land, a lot of offices. It all costs money, and they build shit. They build helicopters to go to Mars.
Well, that, like we said earlier in the show, there, that thing is an unbelievable. That's the most expensive helicopter drone thing or whatever in the history of the world. But
unless you buy a DVI Mavic Pro,
yeah, when it's not on sale, but. But, all the engineering it took to make it so that it would actually work when it got there is why it's so expensive. It's not like they just simply go, oh, we need a little piece of metal for that leg there. Well, that'll be $17,000. I mean, it's just fuck idiots, Fly me to the moon and leave me there with no oxygen.
Yes. Where is it? Flail me with a spoon and let me try on all your bras.
Okay, now I'm going to Mars. There you go.
Let's go. Let's go. I'd go tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds to me like it's the recreation of the Sears catalog, undergarments section. So I'm in. Well, we're coming up on an hour and a half. How long do you want to go? Any turnaround and runaway moments coming up in the world?
Any other items to bring up in the minutes of this meeting tonight?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah. I would just like to say,
look, me and Dick can just ramble for fucking hours, so we can keep going. We'll probably shut the stream down and then still talk for another 3 hours in the back rooms. But we got to try to round off tonight, I suppose.
Yeah. Tomorrow is a day, you'd think it's Saturday, it's all going to be clear, but I have a weird thing to do in the morning and then run back home, get ready for the Starsky stream and stuff. And then my son comes home and we have to run off to a little meeting and whatnot and then come home and somehow, he
unless it's like pizza or something, he doesn't like ordering in food. And I just can only eat so much like pizza or whatever, right? So I'd rather cook a real meal, you know?
Yeah, my eldest son's like that. You know, if it's takeaway, it's pizza or nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm. We got an unbelievable Indian restaurant that's just right beside the little pub beer store I go to, and I could order from them and just run around the corner and grab it and come back and you know.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure I have time to get back and cook something real. I think we're gonna do like something cool, like baked potatoes and slabs of meat, and
I made an absolutely amazing egg fried rice with chicken fillet. It's like little mini fillets.
Cool.
With an amazing sweet and sour sauce that only I can make. Yeah, it's so good. I'll give you the recipe. It's amazing.
Cream of some old guy.
Yeah. I don't know why, but all of a sudden, I've got really good on the Chinese, but especially the Japanese style of cooking. I can cook some really great Japanese meals.
Yeah.
But my eldest son, rice again. Yeah, but rice is great.
My guy with the autism, rice seems to be like a bowl of maggots to him. He won't do it, and it drives me
spaghetti?
crazy.
No, what about spaghetti?
Spaghetti or worms? They have to be big, like penne pasta and stuff. He won't. Otherwise, no way. All his life he did not like macaroni. Would never eat Kraft dinner or anything.
Yeah, because that's because my eldest son, he just goes rice, no, spaghetti, no problem. It's like
it's just chop. Drive you nuts, right? I couldn't even get my guy to eat macaroni until I cooked and baked a real homemade macaroni and cheese.
I was going to say mac and cheese.
Yeah, and then he took one spoonful of it, and then, he didn't even care that there was a T-bone steak on the plate. He was just like, fucking right, yeah.
Was it? I no doubt it was heavy on the cheese.
Oh, ridiculous. And I do it properly. Like I'll blend like a Havarti or a Gouda with an extra old, so you get a creamy texture and a sharp taste. And then I put some Parmesan in the breaded topping, like I do melt some butter, breadcrumbs, a little Parmesan, and then spread it over top. And it's awesome. Yeah, so good. Oh, fuck yeah. I might have to make one tonight. Seriously, that set me off, Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got the box of the box of mac and cheese ready to go.
Yeah. Well,
was it the Kraft box of?
I made Kraft dinner for my child like 4 or 5 times, and every time he'd take like a bite and just look at me like I was the devil incarnate. He will not eat that shit.
Because I had what was I working on? I can't remember what film I was working on. What was that stupid film? Doctor Strange. I was going to say Doctor Strangelove. Doctor Strange. I was working in the studio there, and obviously we had some American who'd been like over working on the show, and they just like put out on the table like, I'm leaving back to America. I'm going to leave this stuff here, and there was like one of those Kraft boxes of mac and cheese, and I thought, I've got to grab one of these. It was just basically help yourself. So I thought, I've got to grab one because I've never experienced it. I'll grab one. It stayed in the cupboard for about 2 years until I threw it in the bin. It's like I'm never gonna do it.
Just heat up some milk and butter like you're supposed to, and put the powder in, and stir the sauce together, and just put it on your tongue. And after you drink a fifth of whiskey to get that flavor out of your mouth. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like the famous hamburger helper as well. It's like
My son likes that shit. Don't do that. Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
My son's mother makes him hamburger helper, whereas I'll make a real shepherd's pie and stuff and whatnot. And she'll make that crap and then give you shit if you take him through the drive-through to get like McDonald's or something. I'm sorry, but what? Or hot dogs are terrible. They're awful. What do you have for supper tonight? Hamburger helper. Okay. Yeah. Well done. Good. I hate that stuff.
It's amazing. Well, America has brought some amazing pieces of shit to the world.
So many countries have dog food as their thing on the top, right? We have,
but Americans seem to have the thing where it's packaged in a box. That's the one thing. I mean, we have, I suppose.
Dude,
the
are
pot
you
noodle.
kidding me? No. You can't just single out America for this. You can go to Japan. And you can get a little bag of candied fish, and they got their eyes and everything.
Yeah. No. Okay. Japan is the country of weird food.
I would rather eat a fucking Twinkie.
I've never had a Twinkie.
It's like eating a sponge filled with sugar. It comes in your mouth as you fucking eat it because it's got this really goopy center. It's weird. Yeah, that's the kind of food you feed to your enemies, not your friends. But then again, I like corn chips spiced with weird crap and stuff.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
I like a corn chip. Not so much like a Dorito. It doesn't have to be, nacho cheese. I like a corn chip.
As in, a proper, Mexican corn chip. Because Doritos, they take it and what do you say, like westernize it a little bit.
They mutilate it. Yeah. It just
put shit on it.
Yeah.
Make it like super spicy. It's
like pre-masticated and reformed and stuff. It's like it's being processed. Okay, here's one for the live chat. Is roast beef that's been sliced and put in a package so you can make sandwiches of it a processed food in the same way as like bologna or hot dogs? I say no. What do you guys think? I say no. It's just meat that's been sliced and diced and, maybe smoked or salted or something, but it's not, been ground up in a thing with, beaks and assholes and spices and stuff.
A hot dog is probably as far away from meat as is, I'm not going to say, but
yeah, or like Italian, like capicola or something, where you can see it's actually like real animal meat. There's different sections and textures and stuff. It just happens to be like smoked and spiced. Is that truly processed the way that that jelly ham shit is that you give to your kids that has fucking macaroni in it? Have you ever seen that macaroni meat? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea, you sick bastard? Holy fuck, man. I'm getting angry about cold cuts. I'm not sure that's a good sign. Okay, so let's leave with consumer advice tonight.
Yes. We're good at that.
Yeah. Never eat a hot dog that's been used by Bill Clinton because he couldn't find a cigar. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. We're not going to do that. Never fill a hot dog bun with your own hot dog and try to. No, we're not doing.
Oh no, I've seen that movie.
Yeah, that was Porky's.
No, it was the one with Tom Hanks, Bachelor's Party.
Oh yeah, I think it is Bachelor Party. The dude was named Meat, right?
No. It was just the mothers were at a restaurant and the guy. Oh, it might be called Meat.
Yeah, the dude was called Meat, and they had him hold the tray
why are you called Meat? And he just goes shalonk thump.
Yeah. That's Bachelor Party. Okay,
great film.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Tom Hanks when he was the funny
the donkey
period.
snorting lines and shit.
I miss Tom Hanks doing comedy. I really do.
Oh yeah. Ever since he got an Oscar nod, he's Mr. Serious. But then again, if I did Idiot versus the Volcano, I probably would have been looking for a different trajectory too. That was awful. Sucked.
Yeah, he did a lot of these light comedy shows. It was a great one though, where he was playing the stand-up comedian. I can't remember the name of that film.
With Sally Field.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That was an awesome film.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Underrated too.
Yeah, and he was like really emotional in that as well.
Yeah,
it's a brilliant film. What was it called? Somebody help us out in the chat.
Yeah, what is that one called?
Was it just called like Stand Up or something? No, it wasn't called that.
Yeah.
But that was a good movie. But anyway, enough helping out Tom Hanks. He doesn't need our help. Small channels helping out.
Yeah, exactly. You got to spread the word of people that are giving it the real go, and yeah. So here we'll do credits and shout outs and thanks here now before we're not going to do the thing in the live chat because I'll get the buttons wrong and
and you'll bugger off anyway.
So big shout to CF Beauty who runs all the teams in the background like the research team, the moderator team, and whatnot. Basically, if you hang out with us, you answer to her. So, that's kind of how it goes. We got BME, Skits Crasher, PJCnet, Something Blonde, NA, and Maya Atkinson in the audience with us as well.
Still hanging around.
Yeah, so two things to remind you about here. Number one, get over to our Discord because we've got the contest going on. What would I look like as a monkey? So
not much different.
Yeah, and you don't have to be some amazing picture editor and stuff or anything like that. Fuck around. You can be worse than the first episode of South Park. It doesn't matter, right? But have some fun. Come join us in the Discord and show us what you would look like as a monkey. And there's actually some gifts involved. We're probably not legally allowed to give them to you, but who gives a shit?
It'd be the planet of the fakes.
Yeah, there you go, right? Yeah, if you ever wanted to see deep fakes, here you go. Come on over. And remember to join us tomorrow, noon Pacific. So that would be whatever your time. Because we got Operator Starsky and a couple of people joining us as well. And we'll probably be diving into the inner workings of the Propaganda Study Institute that Starsky is now heavily working at. They've got their YouTube channel up and running. We'll get it in the description of this as soon as we're done and so on and whatnot. And we'll get a community post out, a second one, to make sure that everybody knows. So I think I'm done.
Slava Ukraini.
Yeah. So,
and if not failing that, you'll see us on Sunday for PubChat for more of the same.
Exactly, but less of a point and yet more entertaining. We
try.
Yeah. So remember, if you don't know where you're driving and it's late at night, keep your stick on the ice, and pull over and smoke a joint and call a cab.
Keep your hands on your cock and your eyes on the wheel.
Don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Yeah.
White lines going through my soul. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Yeah.
Billie Jean is